Right, so this is going to be test number 3, 4, and then 5 for this week. These things have been pretty much flying off the shelf since that last video. I guess this one had a bit better reach than previous videos or something like that, because all of the, well, almost all of them, I think I've got 3 left now. So I've already sold over half of the ones that I built on the weekend. I've got this one to be tested, 1 more, and then I've just got the last one to finish. So there's 3 to go. I've already shipped 3, 3 more to go, and I've also built a larger one for a customer in Ireland. So I'm going to test that. It's going to be a little bit odd being tested in this tiny cabinet, but I really just need to make sure that it's feeding properly, and the pressure ratios are right. It's the distance between the ceramic tip and the air jet is correct, that I'm going to get the proper flow. So it'll kind of be bodged a little bit together just to make it work in this little cabinet. But the idea is just to make sure the gun's functioning properly rather than to have a good looking cabinet for the purpose of this. So I've just had the compressor fill up. I'll plug her in, turn this one on, and test these 2 guns, and then I'll try and make the larger gun fit. So here we go. Looks to be feeding well. So that one seems to be going alright. Let me just swap over and put the other one on. Right, test number 4. Running out of stuff to clean. There you go. Oh, better put my air back in. A little bit hard for you to see that one. Yeah, that's better. A little bit hard to see, seeing as I'm running out of stuff to blast, but that's coming up nice. Let's pull it out and have a look. We go right on the edge there. Quite hard to see. I didn't want to leave some, there we go, in there for my last test. I might see if I can find another piece, but both of those seem to be working, so let's see if I can retrofit the last one and give that a test. So it seems I've run short of hose clips. This one's just been sort of bodged in there. Rather than looking pretty, I really just need the slurry flow and the air flow to it to test it. So ugly as it is, this should suffice for a test. We'll see. Going to let that air build up again. Obviously this thing's way too big for this little cabinet, but it should be okay, at least to test. Ideally it needs a much larger air supply, but the flow rate seems to be working. Nice good flow there, 10mm nozzle on it. So yeah, with a good setup, 3/4 inch hoses and better air supply. This one's actually been set up for a 20 CFM compressor. So we'll just see. Let's have a look at that. So yeah, a lot of divots in there. It's off a lawnmower and obviously it's on the lower side. And just where I was doing. Looks like it's come out pretty good. It's not fantastic, but again, I mean, this thing's tiny. If you look in there, look at the size of the nozzle compared to the rest of the cabinet. Let me just show you in comparison to the 1/2 inch gun. So it's just a monster. Hose is nowhere near big enough, these little 1/2 inch hoses. But I think once that one's set up on a proper machine, 3/4 inch hoses and a good air supply, it's going to absolutely hum. So they use the pink alumina as well. They seem to be pretty good in the glass beads. You use them in the dry cabinets and they go through them pretty quickly, but they seem to last quite well in the wet blast cabinets. So pretty happy with that. I'm really looking forward to getting my compressor finished and getting my new cabinet done. So I've got the large air supply and 3/4 inch lines and solenoid in the new cabinet. So I can give these things a real run, ramp them right up and just see how much I can get out of them. Not ideal on these, hose is too small, air supply too small, but even so, it seemed to get the finish that I was looking for. Even though look right on the side of those letters, Nice. Even though this setup's too small for it and the pump wasn't mixing properly. Let me just check actually. I'm a bit low on beads too. So cabinet not running 100%. Gun's huge, yet it still did that. So I'm pretty happy with that result. That'll be getting put in the post and head off to Ireland tomorrow. And I may have lined up someone for that nozzle there too. So maybe getting 2 in the mail. And I've ordered in a whole lot more parts to make up the next batch. So yeah, there's a couple left to go if you're still interested. Otherwise, if you want to build your own, again, you can check in the description. The ebook and the build guide to the little 1/2 inch nozzle is up. I'll probably do one for the 3/4 inch eventually. So yeah, if you're up to building it yourself, head on over and have a look at that. Otherwise, get in contact with me if you really want to buy one, and I've got a couple here, and I'll have some more parts coming in, and I'll knock some more out when those bits arrive. So yeah, cheers.